B, your own pizza puzzle. Create your own pizza puzzle, include 2 or 3 clues. The other teams will solve it. So welcome mentors to meeting 1, part 1. And this is B. Right after students solve the pizza puzzle, then they'll try to recreate or create one that's similar. Be ready to suggest clues. So part of the goal of this video is that you get inspiration of different ways to phrase or to write clues, and that you're ready to suggest them. Of course, the students should have the last word, changing ingredients or changing this and with an or, etc. But I think it's really important, especially if kids really don't come up with much clues, that you step in and then give some clues. So this video will help you in that regard. Also have fun reading out the clues. So you could include silly extra information when we read the clues, like, oh, I really cannot tolerate cheese because blah, blah, blah. Or I really like this combination of ingredients because it reminds me a trip to Canada, etc. So any extra mathematical information to make it more fun, it's totally fine and totally encouraged. Notice also that the puzzles may have many pizza solutions, like 2 or more. A unique solution in some cases, although that's kind of hard to get in small, such as a small number of clues. Or sometimes it's interesting, they'll have no solutions. Some students may carefully construct a puzzle that intentionally, right, contradict. Some clues contradict other clues. Usually they should have 2 or 3 clues, but if a student of a group comes up with 4, that's also fine. It's just that we want to make it short, so 2 to 3, it's usually better. Let's analyze some clues, and in the teaching guide, you can see the full solutions to these examples of these puzzles that you could anticipate kids to build. Let's say some group could have done this puzzle. I like a pizza with exactly 4 ingredients. And then I like to put cheese or olives or both. Notice that if we have 4 ingredients, then we have to put cheese or olives just because we have 5 ingredients overall. So if we're going to include 4, we have to put this. So this clue, it's like we delete it, doesn't matter. It's totally equivalent, the puzzle. So that's a cool feature that you could discuss with your students. And then for solutions, you can see that there's 5 solutions. Each pizza that's missing one of the ingredients. So this would be one solution. This could be another one, and so on. So you'll get lots of solutions to this nice, simple puzzle. Let's take a look at this one. I like a pizza that has 3 or more ingredients. Okay. And then I don't like to put mushrooms. So no mushrooms, so we can move it aside. And then 3 or more ingredients. Again, we have plenty of solutions because we have 3 or more. Very similar to the other puzzle, right? When you're just missing one ingredient apart from the mushrooms. So this could be one solution. Cheese, olives, and basil. Okay, still simple puzzle. So you could maybe ask students to add another clue to make it a little more complicated. It will depend on your students, right? How well they're reacting to solving these puzzles. So you also have to adapt to that. Okay, this looks a little more complicated because it has conditionals. Okay, don't put olives. We can start with that and just forget about the olives. And then if you put cheese, also put tomato. If you put tomato, also put basil. So we have kind of a chain. If cheese, then tomato, and if tomato, then basil. So if we put cheese, we have to put tomato, and then also have to put basil. That's one solution, but it's not the only one. You could also have it like this, tomato and basil. But you could also have it like this, right? Put basil. It's kind of ugly because, yeah, you could also have the empty pizza. That's also valid. It's okay mathematically, maybe not to eat it, but mathematically it's okay, and it's worth discussing it, that this empty pizza satisfies all the clues. Keep looking. Look at this puzzle. I like a pizza that is large, that it's crispy, and that has the best three ingredients. Okay, so this puzzle, interesting, but it's not valid. So we don't know what best means, right? It depends on the people, right? It's subjective. And large and crispy is not really talking about the ingredients. So it's kind of out of the scope. So you want to tell your students that they be more specific. Something like, come on, you want to really challenge your other students, but they need to be able to solve it. They don't really have information. So you have to be inviting, but also clear and emphatic that this is not part of the game, right? So to speak. Puzzle 5, let's take a look at this. This is pretty cool one because you're just picking exactly one ingredient for each clue. So between cheese and basil, just one. Let's say we pick basil. Between cheese and olives, pick one. Let's say we pick olives. And then it's like, oops, between basil and olives, pick one. So we just lose. Did we make a mistake? Let's see. Let's say we pick cheese here. Okay, and not basil, right? Between cheese and olives, pick one. Well, we already have picked cheese, so we cannot pick olives. But then something interesting happens because in the first two clues, we said no to basil and said no to olives. But now we have to say yes to one between basil and olives. So this is a very fun puzzle that has 0 solutions. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. Let's start with this one. Put tomato or olives or both. Okay. Why don't we put both and see what happens? Tomato and cheese, put either both or none. Okay, I put tomato. So let's put cheese. And then I cannot stand cheese. I can't stand cheese and olives at the same time. Oh. Okay, let's erase this one. Okay, and I think that works because then the last one was tomato or olives or both. It's fine. And you can think about it if there's another solution or if this is the unique solution. So again, the teaching guide has a little more details about these puzzles and also includes a puzzle that has a unique solution. So you can read all the details there. Have fun. See you in the next video.